Hi guys, so today we are going to do EOL of family relationships. So let's move to the first set. There are 7 members in the family H, F, B, K, S, T, I, L, out of which 2 are women. First condition is H has 2 unmarried sons and a daughter who is married. S is K's mother-in-law. L is T's son who is unmarried. Now let's move to the solution part. Over here, the 3 conditions are given, and it is known that there are 2 women out of these 7 members. So there are 2 possibilities. First possibility is H has 2 sons and 1 daughter. His daughter is married. According to second condition, it says S is mother-in-law of K. So the 2 possibilities are, this is the first possibility, that H is married to S and thus S becomes K's mother-in-law. Now, in-laws means they are not from the families. So K will definitely come as H's daughter's husband. Only in that case we can fit in the possibility of in-laws. So S is married to H and K is married to H daughter. Hence, we can say that S is mother-in-law of K. So this is the first possibility. Second possibility is K is H's daughter, K is H's daughter, and K's husband is a person and his mother is S. And his mother's mother is S. Hence, we can say that S is mother-in-law of K. So these are the 2 possibilities that we have. Further, it is known that L is T's son who is unmarried. L is T's son who is unmarried. Now, if you observe, the second possibility will get eliminated because in-laws are not a part of your family. In-laws are not a part of your family. Hence, the second condition will be eliminated and we'll try to fit in the third condition, that is L is T's son who is unmarried. So the only possibility of a son is as K's wife. Hence T, I'll write it as K's wife and I'll draw a line downwards for T's son who is L. Understand one thing, that only married couples can have children. H has 2 unmarried sons. So it is clear that the 2 unmarried sons cannot have children. Hence, the only possibility is T as H's daughter and L as T's son. There are 2 more people who are remaining. So that is F and B. So we can write F and B in any manner. Hence, we are done with the set. Now let's move to the questions. How is F related to K? Now, F is brother-in-law of K. So first option. Second question, how is L related to H? L is grandson of H. Hence option 2 is the answer. Moving to the next set, Tina, Meena, Dika, Chika, Pika, Rika are 6 brothers and sisters in a family. Rika is the youngest of them and has 3 brothers. Now Rika is youngest and Rika has 3 brothers. Meena is older than both her sister but younger than all her brothers. Now through second statement, we can definitely say that there are 3 sisters and 3 brothers. Because it is said Meena is older than both her sister. Hence 3 are female and 3 are male. Also Rika is the youngest and Meena is older than both her sisters and younger than all her brothers. Rika is neither the oldest nor the youngest among the brothers. and Chika is one of his sisters. Ina is just elder to Meena. So let's try to fit in the information. First, it is known that Chika is the youngest and Meena is older than both her sisters but younger than all her brothers. So I leave three spaces for brothers, first three places for her brothers, and I'll write Meena over here. So Meena, Rika, and Chika are the sisters, and the others are brothers. Further, it is known that Pika is not youngest, not eldest among the brothers. Hence, I'll write Pika in the middle. Then, it is said that Chika is one of his sisters. That means Chika will come at the fifth place. Ina is just elder to Meena. Just elder means I'll write Ina at 3 and the remaining person, that is Dika, at first. Hence, we are done with the set. Let's move to the questions. First question, who is eldest among the six? Dika is the answer. How many sisters does Chika have? Chika have two sisters. Who is just elder to Chika? Meena is just elder to Chika. Who is just younger to Pika? Ina is just younger to Pika. How many brothers are there in the family? There are three brothers in the family. Moving to the next set, a family comprises of 7 members. So these are the members. Dollar has only one child called question mark. X is question mark's aunt and daughter-in-law of minus. Plus and minus have two children who are married. Upper arrow sign has no kids and calls plus his father. X is hashtag's brother-in-law. X is hashtag's brother's wife. There is only one child in the third generation. So through the last statement, we can say that there are 3 generations. Now let's try to fit in the information. Firstly, it is known that dollar has only one child and dollar's child is question mark. Also, X is question mark's aunt and daughter-in-law of minus. So let's try to figure out all the possibilities that we have. Now there would be 4 possibilities. First, this is the possibility that X is sister of dollar. So we can say that X is aunt of question mark. Second, X is dollar's brother's wife. Dollar's brother's wife can also be called as aunt of question mark. Then dollar is married to a person and that person's sister is X. Hence we can say that X is aunt of question mark. And the fourth possibility is the last one, that is dollar is married to a person, that person's brother and his brother's wife is X. Hence we can say that X is aunt of question mark. So these are the 4 possibilities. Now, it is also known that X is daughter-in-law of minus. Now, X is a daughter-in-law of minus. So we have to fit in the possibilities now. So, if we try to fit in this possibility, we can say that first possibility is not possible. Why? Because X is daughter-in-law of minus. X is daughter-in-law of minus. So basically they are not in the same family. Hence first possibility is eliminated. Similarly, second possibility is also eliminated. And we are just left with the 2 possibilities. So these are the 2 possibilities that we have, and we'll try to find out the further statements or the further information given. Further, it is said that plus and minus have 2 children who are married. So through the statement, I can say that minus and plus are married and they have 2 children. So in these 2 possibilities, we'll put it in this way. Upper arrow has no kids and calls Plus his father. So through this statement, we can determine the gender of Plus. Plus is father, hence Plus is a male. So minus has to be a female. Now upper arrow has no kids. That means we can definitely deduce one thing, that upper arrow is married to X, because dollar has a child question mark. Hence, dollar's husband cannot be upper arrow son. So upper arrow is married to X. Further, it is known that hashtag is a person, and it is said that hashtag's brother's wife is X. Hence, we can say that hashtag is X is hashtag's brother's wife. Hence, hashtag will come as dollar's spouse. Hashtag will come as dollar's spouse. Now, hashtag is X is hashtag's brother's wife. So we can definitely eliminate the first possibility because this statement is not satisfying in the first possibility. And second possibility is a definite possibility that we have. We don't know the gender of dollar, hashtag, and question mark. So we keep it as it is. Now we'll move to the questions. First question is, how is question mark related to plus? Now we don't know the gender of question mark, hence cannot be determined as the answer. Plus is question marks what? Now plus is question marks grandfather, because we know the gender of plus, hence plus is grandfather of question mark. Who is ex-husband? So ex-husband is option 3. Let's move to the next set. M and O, P, Q and R make a family of 3 generations of married couples. R and O are P's mother and daughter respectively. M is Q's father-in-law. So these are the only 2 conditions that we have. So let's try to make a family tree. Now, the very first statement says R and O are P's mother and daughter respectively. So this is how we'll plot them. Then M is Q's father-in-law. Now, we can take 2 possibilities over here. First possibility is M is married to P and they have a daughter O, and O is married to Q. Hence we can say that M is Q's father-in-law. Second possibility is M is married to R, they have a child P, and P's spouse is Q. So we are following the condition. We are not going against any of the conditions. Hence, we can consider these 2 possibilities. In the second possibility, P's gender and Q's gender is not known, so we'll keep it blank. There's one more person, his name is N, so we'll fit in N as R's husband in first possibility and N as O's husband in second possibility. Hence, these are the 2 possibilities and we have to answer the questions accordingly. The first question of this set says, if P is M's daughter, then who is P's spouse? So we have to consider first, P is M's daughter. Hence, we have to consider second possibility, because only in second possibility we can say that M is father and M's child is P. It's a if question. That means we have to go according to the conditions given in the question. So P is M's daughter. Who is P's spouse? P's spouse is Q. So option 1. If P is M's daughter, then who is O's spouse? Again, second possibility, and O's spouse is N. It's a straightforward question. If Q is married to O, so first possibility, then R's son-in-law could be. So R's son-in-law could be N. If Q is O's spouse, which of the following are 2 generations apart? So 2 generations apart means we have to leave 1 generation between the 2 persons. We have to leave 1 generation between the 2 persons. So we have to consider the first possibility, and we can say that fourth option is the correct answer because Q and R are two generations apart. Basically, they have one generation between them. M cannot be married to. In both the possibilities, we can see that M is married to P and R, so M cannot be married to O. Moving to the next set, A, B, C, D, E, and F are two sets of triplets, not necessarily in the order given. Obviously, none of the six is married to a sibling or to someone of same sex. Four of the six are male and two are female. Neither set of triplets contain three siblings of the same sex. A and D are married to each other. B and E are brothers. Now we can say that there are two set of triplets. Also, the two set of triplets, according to the given conditions, could be two males and one female in each set of triplet. Two males and one female in each set of triplets. Also, A and D are married. That means they cannot come in a common triplet. B and E are brothers. Hence, B and E will come in a common triplet. Also, B and E both are male members. There are two possibilities. First possibility is A and D are married to each other. Hence, we don't know the gender. So we can take A as female and A as male. So the first possibility is A as female and D as male. Second possibility is A as male and D as female. Then it is said that B and E are brothers. So we'll put B and E in squares in common triplet. Then it is said that C and F are the remaining members. So we'll write C and F in this way. As we don't know their specific genders, we will put C/F in square and in circle in both the possibilities. Moving to the questions. Who cannot be brother and sister? Now F and E cannot be brother and sister because in both the possibilities, F and E are in two different set of triplets. If they are in two different set of triplets, in both the possibilities, they cannot be brothers and sisters. F must be a female if. So there's a correction in the third option. Third option says C is D's brother-in-law and third option is the answer. If C becomes D's brother-in-law, brother-in-law means C is a male member. So if C is a male member, we can easily find out that F is a female member. Hence option 3 is the answer. If E and F are married to each other, then which of the following statements can be true? Now E is a male member, so F has to be a female member. And if F is a female member, then C has to be a male member. So option 1 is the answer. Moving to the next question. Pointing to a photograph, Arun said, "She is the mother of my brother's son's wife's daughter." How is Arun related to that lady's husband? So, Arun said that in such type of questions, we have learned one thing that we'll start from my. Now, my means Arun because Arun is saying something. So, my refers to Arun. So, Arun's brother, brother's son, son's wife, wife's daughter. So, this is the family diagram that we'll draw. Now, she is the mother of my brother's son's wife's daughter. So daughter was the last part. So who is daughter's mother? So daughter's mother is wife. Hence, Arun is referring to wife. Now, it is further said that how is Arun related to that lady's husband? So who is that lady? So that lady is daughter's mother or Arun's brother's son's wife. Now we can say that Arun is, how is Arun related to that lady's husband? Now Arun is a male or female? We don't know that. Arun can be a male or Arun can be a female. So Arun can be uncle, Arun can be aunt. Data is not given regarding Arun's gender. So if we don't know Arun's gender, we will mark data inadequate as the answer. Thank you.